Janelle Davis thought she had everything figured out. Married to her high school sweetheart Marcus for 10 years, they lived a comfortable life in Atlanta. Janelle owned a thriving hair salon, and Marcus ran his own logistics company. But when their marriage quietly unraveled, divorce followed. Marcus moved out, and Janelle found herself navigating single life for the first time in over a decade. That's when she met Rashad Harris. Rashad wasn't flashy or trying too hard to impress. He was an IT technician who loved his 9 to 5, tinkering with old computers in his spare time, and most of all, his 8-year-old daughter, Kira. He had joint custody with his ex-wife, Simone, who had made co-parenting a living nightmare. Rashad didn't bring up Simone much, but when he did, Janelle could tell the wounds ran deep. Despite their differences, Janelle and Rashad clicked. He brought stability and authenticity to her life that she hadn't realized she craved. 6 months later, they were married in a small ceremony with just close family and friends. Janelle embraced her new role as Kyra's stepmother, but she wasn't prepared for the storm brewing on the horizon. Simone Jackson was a woman who thrived on control. When Rashad left her 3 years ago, she didn't just lose a husband. She lost the illusion of perfection. Since then, Simone had turned her focus to Kira, using her as leverage to punish Rashad. But when she learned he had remarried, Simone's simmering resentment boiled over. At first it was subtle, missed drop-offs, last-minute changes to their custody schedule, and cryptic comments about Kira's new stepmother. Then the harassment escalated. Simone began showing up unannounced at their home, claiming she needed to speak with Rashad about emergencies involving Kira. She filed a petition to increase child support, citing Rashad's elevated lifestyle now that he was married to Janelle. Rashad tried to keep the peace for Kira's sake, but Janelle's patience wore thin. "We need to put her in her place," she snapped one evening. "This woman is running our lives." But Simone wasn't just a thorn in their side, she was a ticking time bomb, and soon she'd prove just how far she was willing to go. One evening, while Rashad and Janelle were out for date night, Simone called in a panic. Kira had gone missing during her custody time. Rashad raced to Simone's house, only to find Kira safe and sound, watching TV in the living room. "You're unfit, Rashad," Simone hissed, her eyes gleaming with malice. "I'll get full custody if it's the last thing I do." Janelle urged Rashad to fight back legally, but he hesitated. "I don't want to drag Kira through this," he said. Meanwhile, Simone ramped up her harassment. She followed Janelle to her salon, leaving threatening notes on her car. She sent anonymous complaints to Rashad's job, accusing him of fraud. When Rashad tried to confront her, Simone played the victim, claiming Janelle had threatened her. Just as they began preparing for a legal battle, Janelle discovered an unsettling truth. Simone had hired a private investigator to dig into her past. What she found shocked Janelle to her core. Years ago, Janelle had a brief run-in with the law over a misunderstanding at her former job. Though the charges were dropped, the record lingered. Simone wasted no time using it as ammunition, threatening to expose Janelle as an unfit stepmother to the court. But that wasn't the only secret lurking in the shadows. Rashad, desperate to protect his family, had quietly agreed to pay Simone under the table to keep the peace. When Janelle found out, she felt betrayed. "How could you not tell me?" she demanded. The situation spiraled further when Simone's harassment turned dangerous. One night, their home was vandalized. A brick smashed through their window carried a note that read, "Stay away from my family." The police couldn't prove Simone was behind it, but Janelle was certain. As tension mounted, Kira began acting out. She blamed Janelle for the chaos and expressed a desire to live with her mother full-time. Rashad was heartbroken, and Janelle felt helpless. The final twist came when Simone revealed she was pregnant. She claimed the baby was Rashad's, though the timeline didn't add up. Janelle demanded a DNA test, but Simone refused, further muddying the waters. Determined to protect their family, Janelle and Rashad decided to stop playing defense and go on the offensive. They hired their own private investigator to uncover Simone's secrets. The results were explosive. The investigator discovered that Simone had falsified financial documents to inflate her child support claim. They also found proof that Simone had vandalized Rashad and Janelle's home. The most damning evidence, however, came when Simone's supposed pregnancy was exposed as a lie. A hospital visit revealed Simone's pregnancy was a ruse designed to manipulate Rashad and the court system. Armed with this evidence, Rashad and Janelle's lawyer filed a countersuit against Simone for defamation, harassment, and fraud. During the court proceedings, Simone's web of lies unraveled spectacularly. The judge not only dismissed her petition for full custody, but also reduced her parenting time to supervised visits, citing her erratic and harmful behavior. Additionally, Simone was ordered to repay the money she had extorted from Rashad and faced criminal charges for vandalism and falsifying documents. The court's decision sent a clear message: her reign of terror was over. With Simone's schemes finally behind them, Rashad and Janelle began the process of healing. They attended counseling to rebuild trust and worked to repair their relationship with Kira, who had been caught in the crossfire. Janelle found ways to connect with Kira on her own terms, building a bond rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Rashad, meanwhile, focused on being the stable and loving father Kira needed. Slowly but surely, their family began to feel whole again. One evening, as they sat on the porch watching Kira play in the yard, Janelle turned to Rashad. "We've been through hell," she said, "but we're stronger for it." Rashad took her hand, his grip firm and steady. "We made it through because we did it together." And for the first time in a long time, they both believed it.